Hi there, Manny Fabriker here with College Planning ABC. So I'm out just taking a quick walk before heading to work, and I wanted to share with you a message that I received from a student on Facebook, and I wanted to give you guys some tips. And this tip is really for the high school seniors, so 12th graders or 12th grade parents. So the student sends me a message on Facebook and says, I'm lost. I don't know if I'm applying to the right colleges. I don't know if I could get in. I don't know, if I'm doing things correctly. I really need a lot of help, but I'm stressed. And so let me just kind of give you some tips that I shared with this gal, and hopefully this will work for you guys, or at least give you guys a direction here to make sure you're on the right path for college admissions. So first off, one is you need to make sure that you're applying to the right group of colleges, and that is really looking at the college admissions for the individual colleges and making sure your SAT and your GPAs are in line with the average admissions. And usually the average admissions is going to be a 25, a 50%, and a 75% range. So they're not going to tell you exactly here's the score you need to get in, but it'll give you a range. So 25 to about 75 percentile of people coming into admissions. So obviously the 25% is going to be the reach, okay? But if you're in the 75 percentile, odds are much higher that you could get admitted. And then when you look at the GPAs, of course, that's the average GPA as well. So that's step number one. Number two, make sure that you guys have taken all the exams, whether it be an SAT or ACT, or even subject test scores. Make sure you're doing that. Some colleges you are applying to, I highly recommend that you take subject exams. So it may not be too late, but it is in the late phase, but make sure you're registered for at least the December round of SATs. And that's usually for the subject test, okay? For those subject tests. And lastly, you should be working on your applications right now. Common application, the UC schools are out, the CSUs are out, so everything is out. You just have to make sure you're working on them. They do take some time. I think the hardest part of this process is the essay. You could spend, I would guesstimate 25, 30 hours just working on essays, minimal, plus essay editing. So that is not an easy task, and that's really the hardest part of this. I think the application in general is pretty self-explanatory, with a few exceptions, a few tweaks on the activity side, but not too bad overall. That just takes time, right? Give yourself some time. Usually an application will take you about good 3 hours. So 3 hours at least, plus another hour or so reviewing each one. The activity parts of the essay or the application is going to be a little more detailed than the other information, because you have to spend some time tweaking what you're going to write about, right? The little 150 character phrases that you have to put in there about what you've done, okay, with this activity. So make sure that's tight and it looks good, right, for college admissions, and that's where you're going to spend a lot of your time. Okay, so that's the last part. Another part is for the FAFSAs. So the FAFSAs and the CSS profiles, those are all out as well. They're not due, but they're out. So the student tells me, my parents make too much money, we're not going to qualify. And I said, well, you can still probably get merit aid. I would just file it regardless. It may seem tedious or annoying for your parents to file this when they make too much money, but just do it anyway, because you would still qualify for some loans if you want to take some loans, if you want to go that way. Or, some of the colleges, again, that you're looking at may be requiring you to fill out the FAFSA and the CSS profile, even for merit aid. So you're going to have to do it regardless if you don't want to. But I would highly encourage you just to do it anyway, and spend the time doing that, just so then ensure everything's in there. Okay, a lot of deadlines are coming up in the next couple weeks. Like if you're going early action or early decision, that's due November 1st. So make sure that you're working on that deadline. There's some on the 15th, and there's also some November 30th. So November 30th is the big one for like a lot of CSUs and UC colleges on the 30th. But again, some private schools are the 1st and 15th, and even if you're going regular decision, That'll be out later on, maybe in December timeframe or even January. So it really depends on the college you're going to. And lastly, some of your colleges are rolling. So rolling decision. So they'll admit you within about 45, 60 days if that's the case. But so there's a lot of work to do if you're a high school senior. So I know it's stressful. I know you're busy with all your classes you're doing. Welcome to senior year and welcome to college application season. Parents, maybe you're watching your kids go through this process, or you're really not involved, but you just want to help them. And I would encourage you, hey, give me a call, talk to my staff, book an appointment to come in. Maybe I could help you with your student in terms of help them through this process and make it a little less stressful for them and possibly for you, right? Because the kids possibly need your support going through this process, and it is stressful, it is scary, it is time consuming. But at least if you could give them some guidance and support with helping them kind of figure this out. If it's your first child, you're kind of lost, they're a little lost. Things have changed since you went to college. But definitely give me a call my staff, come to one of my upcoming events. I do have some events coming up this upcoming week that I'd love to see you at. If you're looking to get some help, talk to me about your case a little bit and see how I could help you through this process. So anyway, that is it for now. Again, I'm Manny Fabriker with College Planning ABC. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye now.